Sometimes, no matter how safe you make a system, the whole system can be compromised due to a deficiency you could not predict before. The situation, called single point of failure, or SPOF, SPOF. Anyway, it's one of the biggest nightmares of a system or security expert. Therefore, when designing a system, it's also important to determine the points that may be a single point of failure, or SPOF, and correct these points. Now, some key points that could be a single point of failure include server systems and parts used that are not backed up. So in this case, physical failure that may occur, the system would shut down and not be able to respond to requests during a failure. In order to avoid this situation, all systems should be designed in a redundant structure. Power supplies, independent from the grid, electrical systems to be used in emergency situations must be set. User errors. So imagine you designed a very secure system. And imagine also that you're applying very strict security policies. In such an environment, imagine an administrator writing down his password, because it's very complex, on a piece of paper, and then pasting it on the computer monitor. All the security designs that you've made have now been tossed out the window. So in order to prevent these, situations, special awareness trainings ought to be given and prioritized. These trainings should be repeated at regular intervals. Load balancing. Load balancing uses multiple servers to support a single service, such as a high-volume website, so it can increase the usability of websites and web-based applications. Site redundancies. So if a site is no longer operational due to a disaster such as fire, flood, hurricane, earthquake, whatever, the organization can move critical systems to an alternative site. So the alternative site can be a hot site, which is available 24/7 and accessible. A cold site, a place where equipment, data, and personnel can be moved as needed. Or a hot zone, which is a compromise between a hot site and a cold site. Backups. If staff backs up important data, they can go ahead and restore it if the original data gets lost or compromised in some way. Data can be lost due to corruption, deletion, application errors, human error, and even hungry gremlins who randomly decide to eat your data. Believe me, they do exist. But without data backups, after any of these events, data is lost forever.